All right, so we're going to do something a little different. We're going to answer the top questions we get from you guys, either through our Facebook, Instagram, website, email, all the social media platforms. Yeah. All right, so the first question we got is, where is a flying video of the ET Max?
So about that, someone decided they wanted to fly it. You get that one last pass, and you get a desync.
So, one last flight, huh?
And, well, the stress testing went pretty well.
It's very durable. We crashed that several times on the asphalt because we went to a parking lot not too far from here that really air it out. And yeah, it hits concrete and asphalt pretty well.
The frame held up very well. We did manage to crash hard enough to actually break one of the wires for the motor lead.
But you nailed that on your first review.
Yeah, and that was that non-silicone wire. It was a poor connection. That I guess the frame flexed just enough and it broke one of the leads off. It only took a quick solder, but it pretty much knocked us out for the day, so we weren't able to fly until we got back to the shop. And by that time it was dark.
Right. And the DVR didn't record.
Yeah, that was fun. But basically, everything that could go wrong with that video went wrong, so we're not even going to publish that one.
Right.
Just because it was technical difficulties between cameras, between just crashing stuff, just doing dumb things, and trying to rush it. Plus, we went from a beautiful day to all of a sudden like 18-mile-an-hour winds, and it was like, we can't even do a good speed test on this.
Right. All right, while you're flying your first pack, first pack impressions. What are they?
I mean, it's getting pushed around by the wind a lot. This is really choppy wind we're having today.
I'll show you Old Glory over there. I mean, Old Glory is behind that tree, but that's a big flag.
However, I will say it was ridiculously slow. Those stock motors are way too low of a KV on 3-cell to make it even worth flying. So we straight up just told KingKong, we're like, yo, these motors got to go. Let's just drop that. Let's not talk about that.
So that was the 2204s we got rid of.
Yeah, the 2204s, they got to go. We're going to do 2205s, and the KV on them were, what, 25, 2600?
Something like that, yeah.
So they're higher KV
and
2205s.
Silicon wire.
Yeah, it's one of the motors that they offered. They only had limited selection of motor availability in that size range. So being as what we had there, we went with the higher KV of the 2205 class motor. However, that being said, it is going to be a little more amp hungry. So they said with this motor, we only want to do 3-cell. Don't recommend 4-cell at the risk of burning up ESCs.
Right.
So
they
downside, but better at the same time.
They didn't recommend not to. They flat out said no 4S on that one.
Oh, okay. So I
think it's not even an option on 4S with the new motors.
Yeah.
But I think the benefits will outweigh the 2204s because of they're just the way they are. They're just way better motor.
Yeah, and who knows, with maybe the right prop and all that, it might be doable, but the amp draw is going to be the issue.
All right. So if those you want to know, do you remember how, I think 48 miles an hour we're hitting?
This is 3-cell.
Yes.
A very old 3-cell prop.
Yeah. Before that pack dies, just do a couple of slow, low passes.
Yeah, I think it was like 38 to 48, depending on the wind gust.
So we were getting under 50, which I was surprised, and then we tried 4S, but then everything was where it beat the hell. And
yeah, at that point, one of the crashes, we knocked one of the screws loose that held the camera in, so we were getting oscillation in the video. We're like, what's going on here? We might have even bent a motor shaft at that point, I think.
Yeah,
we literally beat the living crap out of it and hit the side of the building, almost hit his car.
I almost got stuck on top of the building.
Yeah, managed to fly the battery completely dead, desynced in the air, and smashed it in the concrete. Caught a tree. I mean, it was just literally, guys, it was everything we could do wrong, and it was comical towards the end of it, because it was just like, okay, this is how this day is going to go.
Yeah. But all that being said, the frame did not break.
Yeah, no, the frame held up fine. We did lose a camera screw on the side, which was just a matter of replacing the screw, and did chew the living crap out of the prop nuts on those. The frame, I mean, it looks like someone just took 10 grit sandpaper this thing and just all over it. It is beat to hell.
Yep.
But we didn't crack the frame. We did knock the screws loose on one of the motors, though. That was the other thing.
Did, yep.
So those short little small screws were actually, after a couple crashes, it was actually the guard was like flopping around. I was flying it, and that was part of the oscillation too. But between that and the camera, it was like, all right, let's just call it a day on that. Go back to the drawing board. So hopefully, I'm hoping these new motors have the right screw pattern, but we won't know until we have it in our hands for the sample.
Right. So they're sending us 4 new motors, 2205s, and they asked us to put they asked him to put the new motors in, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Give it a run.
All right. So next question we get is about the hottest real 3-inch on the market right now is the Diatone
the 349.
So, do we have it in stock?
Yes.
Question we get, which I don't know why we push everywhere, is how do I install a FrSky receiver?
Okay, so we did a prior video, I believe it is published, we can do a link below on that one. Has the installing the receiver is the same concept as you would with the 249, 249 Plus and all that we showed in the video prior. But the plug that comes with it, the ones we sell at least, other companies may be different, I don't know. Ours have an RXSR adapter, so if you have an RXSR receiver, there's no soldering, you literally plug that sucker straight in. There's no need to solder. If you want to do smart port or anything like that, yes, you do have to solder up a wire. It is not needed. You can do everything through the on-screen display on this. There's really no point in doing Lewis grips on this particular model. It's just really not needed.
Right.
Now some of the newer receivers, it looks like they're flashed with the RSSI firmware, just like the XM Pluses are. So you can get RSSI on the OSD through aux 12 or channel 16 with these guys out of the box. I've set up 2 of them now, and both of them had that same way. So I don't know if that was a running change in Betaflight that recognizes it, or if it's a running change on the RXSR's firmware. So I'll have to go dig into that and investigate. So future video, hopefully I'll know the for sure answer on that one. But basically, no solder, RXSR. If you want to do XM, XM Plus, or some generic weird off-brand receiver, you might have to solder. But the RXSR in the entire Diatone lineup that we carry, as of right now, the 2019 series, they all have a wiring plug for RXSRs.
Now it goes from the little 239, the one we crashed into the wall, all the way up to the big 6-inch.
Yeah, the Tyrant, so the GTM, GTR, and the Tyrant on the 5-inch and 6-inch.
And even the new HD ones that are coming out.
Yes.
So, also with that guy while it's in your hand, battery. What battery do I need?
Yeah, so for the 3-inch, the 754 cell fits. However, the factory strap is a little small. I recommend getting like one little dollar straps, little Grayson straps. They're a little bit longer, and if you run it through, for instance, this GMB 754 cell. If you're gonna be running the 4-cell battery, the strap is a little short, so you're gonna want a longer strap. Like we do have these, our house brand straps are a little bit longer, but what they did is they ran the strap around the frame and back over. You're gonna actually need to run it around and over. That would give you a little bit extra length, and you may be able to reuse the stock strap for 4-cell, but it's going to be pretty close. So I recommend just spending the $1 and getting a longer strap.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. So if you're going to do it this way, you definitely want to do the little jelly pad things.
Yeah, you can see they ran it through here, whereas I didn't run it that way.
And the last question on the 349 is, will we do a speed test? Because if you guys watch, UA Futures got 114-ish miles an hour, if I remember.
Yeah, and Andy RC.
And Andy RC got like 107, so there is a discrepancy. And so people want to know, we're going to be the tiebreaker and see what the real deal is.
I don't know. I mean, American speeds? I don't know.
Yeah.
Go
and these speed tests will be in miles per hour and not kilometers an hour.
So... No, I mean, it's one of those things, we might do it, just depends on the weather,
yeah.
But it seems like it's always crap weather. Here in Georgia, we have no seasons. Well, no, we have seasons every day.
Now, I'll be honest with you, that little guy, as you guys seen our videos in the past, it's tough to pick up in the radar gun. And we go out there with a couple of packs, and we get maybe one reading, and it's not, to me, it's not worth showing you guys one reading because it could be the worst reading of the day or the best reading. But I like to at least get 2 packs of a good 3 or 4 solid readings on the radar gun or whatever we have to get a good video and good data of what we need to show. So the question is, I don't know, let us know if you want to do that.
Yeah, and one other thing, people are asking bottom plates, frame parts, stuff like that for the new 2019 series.
Individual frame parts.
Yeah, like the bottom plates or the top skids and all. Guys, the bottom plate costs almost as much as the frame kit without any of the hardware and accessories. It's only a couple dollars more. It's like 20 bucks or something like that, roughly, to get, like this is a 249 Plus frame, for example. You're getting the camera pod mount, you're getting the bottom plate, you're getting all the hardware, the VTX stack, zip ties, grommets, stuff like that. For the little bit extra money, I would just go that. We're not even going to bother carrying the bottom plate by itself. There's just really...
It's not economical.
It's only a couple bucks more, and if you broke that bottom plate, chances are you did some extra damage.
Yeah.
So.
And then you can, then you could go maybe build something else later on with it. All right. So
enough of the
Diatone 349.
And the next thing is
the new quads we just got in. We got the Betaflight 75 Pro,
Yeah, we got the Pro Series and the X Series and the Betaflight.
Heavy model HD versions.
Yeah, we got the Mobula 7 HD. So we got a couple different quads here, and I think at this point we're kind of just want to know, what do you guys want to see?
What do you want to see first?
Yeah, I mean, because there's so much there. By the time we get to all of these, it's going to be like outdated next month anyway, kind of thing. So let us know what you guys want to see. Do you want to see the Mobula 7? Do you want to see the Beta FPV one? Do you either the X Series, the 85, 75, or the Pro Series? Or
screw all those reviews on quads and you want to see Will tell you how to solder up a Mamba stack?
Yes, that's actually one thing I'm working on here that we talked about. If you guys ever saw the videos like the aux build and all that, I'm looking into doing another build series with using the Mamba stack. So doing a new quad. Everybody wants to build a quad, and a lot of people don't know how to do it. So I'm trying to do another series video tutorial, but this time using the super popular Mamba stack. These 40 amp Mamba stacks, the 30x30 stack, and even the mini stack. I'm not sure exactly which one to do yet, but I want to try to make an economic build using this stack and a decent frame and all that. So that's something I'm working on the back end, and I'm just not sure exactly what I want to do. I want to make it more beginner-friendly quad or more advanced. So if you guys got comment on that one, let me know what you want to do, and then pretty soon we'll be doing a video for that too. All
right, and then the last question for today, we're boring everybody, is do we ship directly from a warehouse or we drop ship from China? Yeah, everything is here.
Clearly from China. No.
Everything is here. We got the KingKong stuff, we got the Cadix stuff, we got all the Diatone stuff, the Beta FPV, Happy Model, GNB, all right here in good old USA, right outside Atlanta, Georgia. If you're anywhere in the Southeast, people come all the time from Tennessee, Florida, South Carolina, all that good stuff.
Yeah, we're shipping it from our warehouse. If you see it in stock today, that doesn't mean it's going to be in stock tomorrow, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's it. And then I guess the last question for bonus is people ask, they're getting brand new into the FPV, they have no equipment and they want to start, and we've been recommending this little
the TinyHawk. Yeah, this Ready to Fly combo is awesome. I mean, bang for the buck. It's just, you get a lot. You get a FrSky compatible radio, which you're not going to use that in something else. You get a pair of goggles. The TinyHawk, it's 18650 batteries and all that, so it's everything you need.
Get the goggles, you get the radio,
too much money,
and you get a phenomenal indoor 1S quad. This is probably the best 1S quad on the market right now.
It's just fun to fly, and it takes a beating.
Yeah, so also we got all the parts. Check the website below. Yeah, so this is the quad we're recommending for everybody. This is not going to be an outside flyer, right?
I mean, I've flown mine outside all day long on a calm day. However, you know, you get stuck in a tree, stuff like that. It's better for indoor flying. If you travel a lot, this is a great little combo. So
on the flip side, if you want a one for outside, the KingKong ET 115 combo we have, that is probably the best combo we have for outside and for small areas. This will be I recommend for inside, and that one I recommend for outside. And second bonus, we'll get everybody. What's your favorite quad you fly right now?
My favorite quad?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's, I mean, I like them all, but I've been flying the 115
What's in your car right now?
So.
And I guess from my, and it was a little more experience, he's a little better flyer than me. And my actually favorite is, all right guys, there you go. Drop us a line below. Hope you enjoyed this Q&A. Hit us up on our group on Facebook for questions, or below here, and we'll try to at least do this once in a while if they start accumulating. And if you guys like this kind of stuff, and if no one watches this, then we won't ever do it again.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of curious what direction you guys want us to go as far as the reviews go.
So, all right.